Welcome all of you to JCI Talks. Years back, from my small village in Kerala, the students studying in 8th standard and 9th standard went for a picnic. After 12 hours of long journey by bus, they reached a particular place and the bus stopped and the escorting teachers told them, we will have half an hour break. Don't walk anywhere, we will start our vehicle exactly after half an hour. Two boys studying in 8th and 9th standard who were so fond of nature started walking down. They walked and finally they lost their way. No idea how to come back or reach back the place where the bus stopped. Suddenly they saw two hefty figures, more than 7 feet high, with all the emblems and these medals of the military coming from the opposite direction. It was a military area. The poor boys from my village, they didn't know the protocols. They stopped the military officers, and between the two boys, one boy asked, "Excuse me, sir, which is the way to the bus stop?" The two military officers started scanning the boys, staring them from the tip to the toe, and between the two officers, one guy shouted back, "Do you know who are we?" That was the question shouted back. Suddenly, when the officer shouted back, "Do you know who are we?" the other boy told the boy who asked for the way, "Come on, Ramesh, let us go. We don't know our way, they don't know who are they." So their problem is very dangerous and very serious than our problem. Let us don't wait, let us go. Positions and power may sometimes make you think like this, but what you stand for in your life will make you successful as a leader. APJ Abdul Kalam is remembered as one of the finest presidents of this country. I believe not for the great success he made as a missile man. More than that, what he stood in his life. The values and the quality he stood in life. When he got elected as the president of India, government of Kerala invited him to visit Kerala, and he had a protocol of having a dinner with the governor of Kerala at Raj Bhavan. The president of the country can take two guests with him to that very, very special dinner. Believe me, who were the two guys that President Abdul Kalam took with him for the dinner? He was working with ISRO for many years in Trivandrum, the capital city of Kerala, and he took two very extraordinary people. Who were they? A very small, petty tea shop owner who used to serve him tea at the gate of this ISRO campus, and a cobbler who used to polish his shoes. These were the two gentlemen that Abdul Kalam took with him to the Raj Bhavan for that special dinner. That is what makes Abdul Kalam even today remember and we live in our memory, my dear friends. So be human first, rather than egoistic about your power. Leadership is nothing but the moments you create. And the moments can give you positive impact. The moments can give you negative impact. And leadership is not that way totally connect with the authorities or the powerful people. The world is talking today a leadership called everyday leadership. You and me show the leadership at our homes. You and me show the leadership in our workplace. You and me show leadership in our teams. So it is not the traditional leadership we are talking about. But if you have to be a leader in that way, you must actually have that humanized leadership coming. And that is what actually I'm talking to you about, ICE. That is humanized leadership. And what is this ICE all about? My dear friends, I stands for integrity. Leaders can use their head as well as their heart. Your head qualities can make you a successful leader. But if you want to remain in the memories of the people as a leader, you have to use your heart. And the first thing that you have to use as a quality of a heart leader, or the quality that comes out of your heart, is integrity. One day, a lady went to a butcher shop. It was almost 8:30 in the night. There were no other customers. The lady asked the shop owner, "Do you have a chicken?" The lady told, "Yes." "So get me one chicken." He put his hand in the refrigerator and he took a chicken and he weighed the chicken on the balance. It was 1.5 kilogram. The lady customer told, "I would love to go for a bigger one. Do you have a bigger one?" "Yes, ma'am." But that was the only one chicken he had. He put back the same chicken, acting like, pretending that he's searching for a bigger one with some more time. He took the same chicken out. He kept the chicken on the balance and very, very, very subtly, very cleverly, he pressed the chicken balance with his left thumb, and now it is weighing 2 kilos. The shop owner told, "Ma'am, it is 2 kilos. Is it enough?" The lady told, "Oh, that is very good. Do one thing, give me both chicken." And still today also that guy is searching for the second chicken. My dear friends, people value you as a leader when you walk your talk, when you practice what you speak. Abraham Lincoln was traveling with a military general once. The military general offered him whiskey. He said, sorry, I don't drink. The military general offered him cigarette. Lincoln told, sorry, I don't drink. Then the military general told President Lincoln, you neither drinks, you nor smokes. Don't you like my company? He told, General, please wait. When I was 9 years of age, my mother was breathing her last. I was near to her. My mom held me very close to her body and told, Abe, I have one request to you. And you should promise me that you will keep it in your life always. Abraham Lincoln, the boy, asked, Mom, what is that request? My mom told me, Abe, when you grow up, promise me you will never use liquor and you will never smoke. I want to die happily. General, I gave this commitment to my mom. If you want me to break that, I didn't break it even today in my life, till today in my life. If you want to break it, I'm ready to do that. Hugging President Lincoln, the general told, if I had given such a promise to my mom, I'm ready to gift $100,000 to myself. My dear friends, what you stand for, what you believe, and always stand for that. That is what we have to show, or that is what we have to do in a life. Once a person went to buy a camel. After negotiation, the camel was bought. The camel was taken to his home. He told his servant to, make the camel or wash the camel or give the camel some sort of a shower. When the servant was removing the saddle, the seat on the top of the camel, suddenly he saw a small box full of diamonds. The servant ran to the owner of the camel, Sir, you got a jackpot. There are a lot of diamonds in this box. Then immediately the person who bought the camel took the diamonds and went to the other owner. He told, I'm sorry, the camel what you bought, you were hiding something behind, so this is the diamonds that belongs to you. He counted it was intact. Then the person told, take something out of it. She told, no. Come on, take something. No. When he insisted, the person who bought the camel told, I have already taken 2 things which are more precious than these diamonds. She asked, what are those 2 things? My self-respect and integrity. These are the 2 things I have taken out of this bag. So my dear friends, if you want to be a humanized leader, go for integrity, walk your talk, always actually be transparent and honest, and always actually create ethical character in your life. Moving ahead, the second one, we talk about camaraderie. I was a part of another organization in 2018. The heavy flood devastated Kerala. We decided to construct some houses to the poor homeless who lost everything. We started making money. Finally, I went to a very remote place where a man was having diabetic retinopathy. His left leg was amputated. He lost his eyesight. 2 girls studying in 10th and 12th standard, and the lady was always with him in the hospital. Nobody to look after the girls, and no shelter for them to sleep. We constructed a house. After 6 months, I went to the same house. That man, the father, died. It was a concrete building with 2 bedrooms. The man died in the hospital. I just went there to seek about the welfare of the children and to help them again. I saw, it's a Hindu family. I saw 3 photographs displayed in their puja room, prayer room. First photograph of the God they believe. Second photograph of the departed father, dead father. And believe me, my dear friends, that 2 girls displayed my photograph in the prayer room. I asked them, what is this? Why are you doing this? No, you remove. The 2 girls came and hugging me told, Uncle, you are the living God to us in this world. We are living comfortably only because of this house. My dear friends, if you show the feeling of camaraderie, taking the people with you, this is what is going to happen. Encourage the team spirit always. Try to encourage the team spirit always. You have to actually develop the quality of inclusiveness. No, you don't keep people away. Try to be that inclusive character you bring in your life, and always encourage the teamwork, and always clear your expectation with the people whom we are interacting. One day a peculiar funeral procession was happening. People were carrying 2 dead bodies. A man with a big dog just behind the dead body. And behind the man, 300 people in a single line queue. Kindly visualize. 2 dead bodies, 2 coffins, a man with a dog, and 300 people in single line. A passerby went to this man with the dog and asked, hey, who died, brother? She told, my wife and my mother-in-law. Oh God, what happened? This dog bit and killed both of them, because this dog has a problem. The dog does not like wife and mother-in-law. Suddenly the other fellow told, will you please hire this dog at least for one day to me. That was his question. And the dog owner said, go stand in the queue. They are all waiting for that. My dear friends, people talk about blah, blah, blah about others' relationship. Are we really keeping that good relationship is a big question. Develop that relationship. That is what actually we are talking about. Camaraderie. And then finally, empathy. The CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, he had a son with cerebral palsy. Satya Nadella openly told one thing that happened in his life. He went for the first interview in his career, in his life, and he was outrightly rejected in that interview. What went wrong and why was not he selected? The interviewers asked only one question to Satya Nadella. When you are traveling to a road, you see a small boy fallen down on the road and crying very loudly. What will you do? A boy is on the roadside and the boy is actually crying very loudly. What will you do? Suddenly Satya Nadella thought many things and he told, I will dial 911. I will dial 911 is the emergency number. The board of interview told him, sorry gentlemen, you can walk out, you can go out. He once again clarified, why are you actually not selecting me? He asked the question. They told, that was not the first thing you are supposed to do. That is not the first thing you are supposed to do. Before you call 911, run, take the baby in your hand and understand what went wrong with the boy. That is what actually empathy is all about. That is what about, putting ourselves in the shoes of others. So we have to develop that quality of empathy always. Please try to develop empathic body language. The way you are looking at people, the way you are nodding at people, the way you are showing expressions on your face, people should feel this man is empathic. Always show, it has to be developed that culture. Listen actively to people. When you listen actively to people, people will get a feeling that, oh, this gentleman is really empathic and he is actually helping us. So that sort of an empathy you have to show. My dear friends, I just want to share a personal experience of mine. It happened on 10th June 1973 when I was 10 years of age. One evening, my most intimate friend Krishna and me went to catch a fish or fishing in a temple pond. Near to a temple there was a pond. It was heavy monsoon in Kerala. Heavy rains were coming and we went to the other side of the pond and we had a fishing stick in our hand and I was trying to fix that fishing stick at the side of the pond. A water is actually a small stream was coming and joining the pond. There only I tried. Oh God, I slipped and I went down. I was crying, I was actually struggling because I was going down into the pond and my friend Krishna throwing down his fishing rod, he ran and he jumped and he held my hair. There was a struggle between my best friend and me and finally somehow he pushed me, pulled me, dragged me and somehow made me to come to the shore by the time I drank enough water. But what happened, my dear friends? When I looked, I couldn't see my friend. When I looked, I couldn't see my friend. I started crying very loudly. Some senior people came running. Yes, what happened? I told I fell in the pond and Krishna wanted to help me. He helped me, but unfortunately he lost his life. He's not seen. Please help. People come, diving experts came, and what happened after half an hour? He went down to the pond. His head was actually stuck in the mud at the lower portion of the pond. And believe me, my dear friends, they came out with the dead body of my intimate friend Krishna. Why did he do that? He did only because of feeling of empathy. Had I been in a position of my friend Vaman, somebody should come and say me like this. So as a human being, I have to show this quality. My dear friends, leaders will always be remembered. Again and again I tell you, leaders will be remembered for what they stood in their life, what they represented in their life, what they symbolized in their life, what they really wanted to show in their life. So I'm telling you, can humanize your leadership. Rather than holding in the ivory tower of leadership, you can create that feeling in your leadership if you always develop the quality of integrity, that is standing up and fighting for your right. Always actually be transparent and honest if you develop that integrity, and if you develop camaraderie and the teamwork quality with others, and if you develop the third quality, empathy, definitely you can humanize your leadership. That is what JCI India want to become. My dear friends, live when you are alive and don't die before you are dead. All the best.